Welcome, Tyler Smith here, EOS Implementer. Happy to meet and talk with you today and give you a bit about my background and approach to being an EOS implementer. My background is a bit storied as it pertains to EOS. I met Gino in 97, the summer of 97, between my second and third year of law school, and I had started my first company. He was developing what was known as the Business Accelerator at the time, and we decided to implement it with Gino's help into our business, and it accelerated us right into the ground. So it was a failed business model. It was the right thing to happen. But after that, during my third year of law school, Gino hired me to be his tech guy and help him with his notes as he developed EOS. After I graduated law school, I started my second company. So this company was called Niche Retail. We brought in EOS and Gino from day one and had some pretty amazing results. So over the next 10 years, we hit the top 30 in the Inc. 500 three times, Entrepreneur of the Year finalist at least two times, and our story was written about in Traction. So the accountability chart, as well as many other little bits and pieces, were about niche retail. And I ran that company up until 2010 when me and my partner decided to split. I went on to my next venture and he took over niche retail. From there, I created a company called Batteries Included. And so this did a couple things. It was a marketing and technology company. I also joined the leadership team of EOS and spent the next 12 years there. I began doing EOS implementer work and began to build all of the EOS technology and marketing systems that drove it through the decade. Ultimately, we ended up building all of Basecamp, which was the learning management system, which has brought about 800 or 900 implementers through the system. And then I ended up selling this company to EOS on 1/1/2020. So right before COVID, we sold this company. They were just buying up so much of our time. It just made sense for EOS to acquire Batteries Included. And I worked inside corporate for a couple of years. So at that time, I took over again the tech seat. I was now an employee. We moved to all enterprise systems. We moved EOS into a franchise and we took on the job of building EOS 1. So EOS 1 was the in-house EOS software to run your company on EOS. After about 2.5 years, my time was well spent. It was time for me to move on, and I left and went back to full-time EOS implementation. Since then, my current company, issuesolving.com, I am a full-time EOS implementer, and I just specialize in a few things. So first off, I do all of my work in what I call digital EOS implementation. Having taken EOS through COVID, there was a determination to see could EOS run effectively via virtual whiteboards instead of whiteboards. The answer was yes, but it was a big undertaking of mastery and experience. But when I came back into EOS implementation, just decided to really pour my heart and soul into digital EOS implementation and have what I call a unified EOS experience. If everyone's in the room, if I'm hybrid with half in the room, half not, or everyone's virtual, just wanted to really dedicate myself to having the absolute unified best experience possible. In addition, I run client microsites. So just want to show you what does digital EOS implementation look like. It's really just the digitization of what we would typically do on the whiteboard and in the binder. So it's just been moved into the virtual whiteboard. It just allows us to go through same concepts, same delivery, same methodology. So it is totally EOS pure, just doing it on a virtual interface instead of a whiteboard interface. So in addition, those microsites is how I deliver my content to my clients. So at the end of every session, I gather those whiteboards, I take a video, much like this one, and just bring over the notes, information, and homework for you to do your work at home. So each microsite is full of what I call cards. Each card is a set of data, which will include your homework or your whiteboards or the foundational tools, anything that might be relevant to where you are on your journey of EOS, and it's yours forever. So it stays with you as long as you would like it, and I just update the cards as we move through the process. So lastly, in doing this work and with issue solving and my own approach to digital EOS, one of the things that I found in working with my clients is that many of them are looking to exit. Many of my clients are coming to me to run on EOS because they want to exit their business. So what does exit mean is the first question. It doesn't necessarily mean a transaction. It can mean a sale. It could mean a recap. It could mean a liquidation. It could be sell it to the employees, give it to your kids. Just something that enables the owner to have freedom from whatever his current existence, her current existence is. So it's this transitionary moment. So with that, what we were finding in the marketplace, we wrote a book and have developed a company that is designed for well-run EOS companies to prepare for exit, to get ready for what the next step is. It is 100% EOS is the execution system. We're just putting an exit lens over EOS to ensure that you can become obsessed and focused on the things that need to be done in order to get this organization ready for transition. So you can find more about the book in our online training at exitfocus.com, or the operating company is called Step by Step Exit. Again, the book, step by step, built specifically for EOS companies, just adds that exit readiness to the 6 key components. It's a fully EOS licensed solution. We are 100% owner focused, so that means we are only focused on the owner getting their freedom versus some others who want you to have the transaction, and is ultimately designed to strengthen EOS, you, your company, the practice, the community, all pieces of EOS. So just as one more piece, just to see how tightly it aligns, this is the EOS model, and we're simply extending it out a little bit, saying, hey, yes, people, you need to be obsessed with people. The one piece we're adding in is you need to think about succession. Who's going to take over on these roles if and when you decide to move on? The vision is still 100%, but if you're going to be exiting this organization, do you want to leave a legacy? So it's all EOS focused, just with a little bit of a lens to understand what your future is going to look like. Would love to connect with you, love to contact. Any questions, please just reach out. Thank you.